In September of 1967, the Italian government green-lighted Alfa Romeo's ambitious project for a new compact family car, to be built in a brand new factory near Naples. Everything on the Alfasud was new, and its flat-4 engine configuration was chosen to lower the center of gravity and the bonnet line of the car, thus improving handling and aerodynamic performance as well. Although it was designed and tested from the outset as a 1.5 liters unit, the Alfa Romeo Boxer engine debuted in 1971 as a 1.2 liters engine to distance the Alfasud from the Giulia in the Alfa range. The Alfa Romeo flat-4 engine block was a single cast iron piece with an opening on the underside to allow the fitment of the crankshaft. Once closed, the engine block was then a robust unit with plenty of potential for higher powered derivatives. The cylinder heads were cast in aluminum, and each bank's camshaft was driven by its own individual timing belt. The Alfasud TI, launched in 1973, was the first sporting derivative of the Alfasud range. But the first significant evolutionary step for the Boxer came in 1976, under the bonnet of the pretty Alfasud Sprint coupé. That first 1.3 liters engine was to be short-lived though, superseded in 1978 with a new version that shared its stroke with the 1.5 liters engine that debuted the same year. Both power units would gain their typical two double-choke carburetors in 1979 and be carried over, mostly unchanged, from the Alfasud to the 33 in 1983. The end of Alfasud production did not spell the end of the entry-level 1.2 liters Boxer though, which went on powering the base version of the Arna until the end of that model's run in 1987. By the mid-1980s, 1.5 liters were no longer enough to compete at the upper end of the European C segment, so the sportiest of the 33, the Quadrifoglio Verde, received a thumping 1.7 liters engine. This version of the 33 can be considered a swan song for the lusty, throaty carbureted Boxer, as these were gradually replaced by fuel-injected units. The first Alfa Boxer to be offered with electronic fuel injection was a slightly tamer version of the new 1.7 liters engine, available from 1988 on the successful 33 range. From 1993, all the Boxers were fuel injected though. These may not sound quite as good as before, but look nicer due to those lovely aluminum intake manifolds. By 1990, the Alfa Romeo Boxer engine and the 33 reached their revolutionary peak, with the introduction of the range-topping 1.7 16-valve engine. The cylinder heads were redesigned entirely, with two camshafts per bank. The engine, also thanks to the higher compression ratio, produced a healthy 132 horsepower at a heady 6500 rpm. Not that it mattered too much, as the Boxer's days were numbered, due to the need for better economies of scale within the Fiat Group. Its life was extended for a few more years, until 1997, only because not enough Fiat-derived inline-4 engines could be produced in time for 1994, the year the 33's replacement was launched. Therefore, the development of the Boxers stopped altogether, with the smaller versions retaining the older cylinder head design right until the end.